This is Rango. This is our Ambilobe panther chameleon. And we have a bunch of other animals behind me, but this is not their forever home. Currently, we're building the reptile room in St. Louis. We're right out in Baldwin. Let's go inside and see what's going on. And if you look up ahead, we're building out a cave in the reptile room. These enclosures are unfinished, but check this out. We got a real special one. This is an enclosure by Cody from Herb Havoc. He built this background just for us 2 years ago, so it's real special to us. And believe it or not, we have Cody right over here. What do you got going on? What are we doing today?
With this guy, I'm trying to go after an Indonesian jungle like waterfall. I believe this one yourself and Dragon's going in.
And you hand carve all this, right?
Yeah, I hand carve all of it, even most of the cuts.
How long have you been doing this?
Been in official business about 2 years. Been doing a little bit longer than that. Yeah, I'm trying to keep learning new styles and techniques.
And how many hours would you say something like this takes?
Probably close to 40 hours.
Yeah.
Something this size.
If you guys want to check out Cody, he's got a whole business, a whole website. You guys can order an enclosure with that background for yourselves. And this is our Indonesian sailfin dragon, Hydrosaurus. This enclosure is going to be awesome. Cody's building out the background for it. 7 feet long by 3.5 feet wide by, I think, 6 feet tall. We got plenty of space for him. It's going to be an amazing display, and I can't wait to see what Cody does with this background. And like Cody said, the sail fins are going to go in this one, and actually they're going to go in this one too, because we're going to have 2 different breeding colonies. And over here we got our sulcata tortoise pen. Now this is going to be the pen for the winter time. In the summertime they're going to have an outdoor enclosure. Excuse us for the mess. We're in complete construction mode right now, but I think we should clear all this up and be done in about a month and a half, and then you guys can come check us out. This is going to be our Argentine tegu enclosure. It's a 7 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot enclosure. She's got a ton of space, and Cody's actually gonna help us build that one out too. And this massive enclosure is 10 feet long by like 6 feet tall. I'm 5'5". I can fit in here just fine. I don't even know what's gonna be in here. If you guys have suggestions, let me know. I think we're gonna definitely make it like a bioactive naturalistic rainforest, and then we'll get the animals later, but we're gonna make that sure the habitat is just perfect first. Rango, his enclosure is actually gonna be right here. We're gonna build out a nice enclosure, a 4 foot by 2 foot by 4 foot tall enclosure, and I think he'll feel right at home. This is gonna get universal rocked out. We're gonna get all our tarantula cribs enclosures right here so you guys can see all the tarantulas. This right here is gonna be all our snakes, and this snake, his name is Big Red. Now he is an 8-year-old corn snake, and we got him as a rescue. He was at a breeding facility and he had a prolapsed hemipenes. He's heterozygous for albino, and they were trying to get some albino babies out of him. This snake is a big inspiration for us. This snake is super chill. We take him to all the schools and all the kids are able to handle him. On this wall over here, we're gonna have a sweet paludarium. Paludariums are amazing. I've actually never built one before, so it's gonna be our first, so I can't wait to take you guys along for that ride. Luis, our manager over at Tarantula Kids, has never held a snake. Let's go see if he'll handle Big Red.
Touched him.
Touched him, but he's never held him before all on his own. You wanna try?
I'm good.
He's never done it before. We gotta get him to try on camera.
That's fine.
All right.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. See? And this is just the type of experience we're trying to get here at the reptile room, and you guys can try it out for yourself. If you've never held a snake, this is a perfect place to do it. Autographed by Brian. It's like a memento, and this is from Steve Irwin. That's Steve Irwin's signature, and that's Terry Irwin. So we're gonna put this downstairs. We're gonna put it in a shadow box, and Steve Irwin's an inspiration for all of us, alongside Brian, about why we do this, and so it's a great memento to have. When we started Tarantula Cribs, my cousin actually reached out to me and he was like, you know, you should check out this guy Brian Barczyk. I really wasn't into any of the YouTube scene. I wasn't into like social media at all. We just started Tarantula Cribs without any of that. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy has like millions and millions of subscribers. Just a couple years later, actually Brian ended up reaching out to me. He actually called me and he was like, hey, this is Brian Barczyk, and he introduced himself like, you know, like I wouldn't know who he is. I texted my cousin and I was like, is this real? He's like, yeah, it looks like it. I saw everything he was doing for the community, for the hobby, for the world, for conservation, and I knew I had to go out to the Reptarium. So we actually did. And I was like, this is the dream. He's reaching out to people, doing what he loves. This is incredible. And he paved the way for, I think, like thousands and thousands of people to love animals and to do things like this. And for that reason, I'm always forever grateful to Brian. This is a Colorado river toad. Now we gotta wear gloves and be real careful because she secretes toxins that'll make you hallucinate. Can you guys hear that?
Sick.
They're from like the deserts in Colorado. They spend a lot of the year burrowed under and then they come out with the rain. If you look right there, you can see the toxins come out. So that's why we gotta be real careful and wear gloves. The toxins come out of the parotid gland and they can make you real high. So some people actually lick them. But we're not gonna do that here. our Arizona blonde. Her name is Real Original Arizona. They are really chill usually. She's a little skittish right now, but I think we can still grab her. Tarantulas might look big and scary, but they're actually real fragile. And that abdomen, that's the back part right there, is almost like a water balloon. So you have to be real careful when handling them. If they fall, they can rupture that, and unfortunately they could bleed out. So we don't want to handle tarantulas too much, and you know, not everyone's an advocate of handling tarantulas, so we definitely don't all the time, but every now and then we'll pull her out. She's a great educational animal because she is real docile and real chill. And she recently molted. Before this, she was almost all blonde, and then she got some dark colors on her. This is an emperor scorpion, the Panidus imperator. And now this is a juvenile specimen, but they can grow to be 8 or 9 inches, and they're one of the largest scorpions in the world. They're not quite the biggest, but they're close. And she has a real feisty attitude. Anytime I put any prey items in there, she'll go right after them, which is why I'm not holding her. So she actually tried to pinch my hands a few times, and we're not trying to do that right now. And over here in the front, we're gonna be all retail. Now, we're not gonna really be selling any pets or animals. That's not our goal here, but we're gonna sell husbandry supplies because we wanna make sure that all your animals have all the perfect supplies. We're gonna have substrates, lighting, tarantula cribs, enclosures, terrariums, and all kind of things to make your pet's life better. When we started tarantula cribs back in 2020, I had no idea what it was gonna turn into. As we were building and selling enclosures, we found that people were growing their love for tarantulas. Those critters are just amazing. Not only are they important for the ecosystem, they're important for the world. The better humans treat animals, the better we'll treat each other. And for that reason is why we're opening the Reptile Room in St. Louis. That inspiration alone is enough to keep us going. I mean, we're putting in hard hours. I'm literally here at 6 a.m. I leave at 9 p.m. It's long hours, and you know, I'm a doctor too. Those hours were long, but this is just as long, if not harder. And the good news is, guys, if this place does grow, we're gonna have room to expand. This whole room over here can all be reptiles. Speaking of tarantula cribs, I gotta give a huge shout out to Richard and Kat, Tarantula Cat and the Tarantula Collective. They were our first affiliates, and they helped this place grow. And they both have their own enclosures. We have the Gone Batty here and the bow front enclosure. Both of these are great. This one is limited edition, and this one's on the website now. Hey Cody, I got some orders for your backdrops. We got these 2 switch sandstone bound backgrounds. They just fit right in. I think that was your idea, wasn't it? Yeah. Some of the enclosures have magnets at the back, and that was to hook on backgrounds to the outside. And Cody's like, well, why don't we just make it on the inside? So they just snap right in. Maybe I should just get an actual enclosure to put them in.
I hand carve every single one of those.
It looks like the customer actually only ordered the background, but we're actually gonna give them this enclosure with it, and they get assigned Cody her Havoc background.
Is this one supposed to go inside it?
Yeah, technically. That's all right. All right, so we got a large switch. Let's come over here. We got some room. So this is a treehouse switch. We call it a treehouse because it's an arboreal enclosure, and it's a house for a spider. It was the first enclosure that opens from the top and the front. Front slides off, snaps in, the top comes off like that. And then if you want to, you can get a background on there like that. And that's when Cody was like, whoa, why don't we put it on the inside? It's a good idea.
The orange with the desert ones look good.
So this is Cody's background for the treehouse switch extra large, and it's a 1 of 1, so it's like original. I never opened it.
It's my beautiful package.
Look at that.
Oh, that's really neat.
Really want to do more 1 of 1s like this.
Put it in here. I can go get a background for it too.
I really like that green on it.
This looks really nice.
That,
I like that green on it.
yeah, I never thought of doing that.
One of the other reasons we called it the switch is because you can switch out the lids. If you need aluminum, we got that, so you can support a heat light. We can get UVB on there. If we want a latch instead, you can get a latch on there. So then that way you don't have to open the whole thing. If you want just regular acrylic, if you like the house aesthetic, bam. Josh's frogs, biobedding. I'm not Johnny Venom. I'm not very strong. And these are heavy.
We got this big guy not too long ago. He was actually dropped off to a local pet store. I guess the previous owners couldn't take care of him any longer, and when we got him, he was big. The pet store got in contact with us and asked us if we'd be able to take him in. So we said, yeah, of course. He was one of our first few pets that we had rescued. It took him a little bit of time to get used to us, but now he's super friendly. He sits on my shoulder. This is the enclosure that we're gonna be building out for him. As with most of our enclosures, we really wanna stick to something that's bioactive, that kind of mimics their natural environment. So we're using this desert bioactive substrate in here. It's so awesome awesome that we were able to give this little guy a forever home, and we love having him here. But with that said, we don't intend to be a rescue. We would love to be able to help everybody out, but it can get overwhelming. But it is really cool that a bunch of our first animals were rescue animals that needed new homes. At first I held it like a snake, and then it started doing that spirally
It doesn't want to be
thing.
held like a snake, I quickly realized. And it's crazy because you can see them blink, and you don't expect that because snakes can't blink, you know? This guy can blink, and he has ears, and he has a short body and a long tail, while snakes have a long body and a short tail. So over here, we're even doing a mural. We got Serena, who's actually my wife's cousin, and she's painting. And what are we painting?
I'm gonna do like leaves and grass and a lot of lizards, and then their logo up there.
This place is gonna look completely different when we're done, and I can't wait to show you. So I know this place is looking really crazy right now, but it's gonna look a lot different in just a month. Hit subscribe, smash the like button, and follow us along.